Dear students, so this video I am going to explain you about how the 7805 IC is going to act as a current source and how boosting can be obtained with the help of this 7805 IC. Yes, so current source in the sense this is the IC is going to deliver some current to the load. The circuit connection of your 7805 IC going to act as a current source is given over here. You can see that at your input is fed, your input voltage is fed to the first pin through a capacitance. The role of your capacitance is to remove the ripples that is present in your input voltage. And at your output, you can see two resistors are connected in a voltage division as a voltage division circuit, and the ground point is connected to the center point of the two resistances. The load current is flowing to the load. RL is your load resistance, and the load current is going to flow through the load resistance. Your output voltage is taken at the point 3. Now, the output voltage that is delivered by your 7805 IC will be 5 volts. That 5 volts will be between your output and the ground pin of your 7805 IC. Okay. Now here, the output voltage in this circuit will be equal to, since you have got two resistors to be connected in series, your output voltage will be equal to this VR plus of VL. Summation of both the voltage across both the resistances, which is equal to VR plus VL. Okay. So now we have to determine what is the resistance value that should be put over here to have the current that is required by the load. So I have to put some resistance in this circuit. That resistance will decide that will help you to deliver the current that is required by the load. In that case, I have to determine the load current. So my load current IL will be equal to summation of IR plus IQ. IR is the current through this resistance. IQ is the quiescent current. So quiescent current is the current that is flowing because of the transistors present in a 7805 IC. This current is to be very negligible. It is about 4.2 milliamperes, very negligible. So this current could be neglected. So in that case, your IL will be equal to IR. You can take directly your IL is equal to IR. So now I have to determine my IL, so that my IR I can know. When I know my IR, I can know what is the resistance that to be put in the circuit. Okay. So now to determine your IL, you have your load resistance, the power rating of your load, the resistance value. With the help of that, let me find out my current. So the current determination is given by the loss rule, that is your power loss equation. I square R is equal to power. So I square R, the power loss in your resistance, I square R is equal to power in the resistance. So I square RL is 20 ohms. You do not know the IL. So IL square RL is equal to 5. RL should be substituted as 20. Your power is equal to 5. When I substitute this equation, you can get your IL to be equal to 500 milliamperes. So that is the current that is required by your load resistance. Now, this same current will be delivered by your IR. So it should be the current that should be delivered by your IR. Now I have to put a resistance in your IR in such a way that this 500 milliamperes is delivered. Okay. So I know the resistance value of this resistance, that is to be 5 watts. Okay. Or without knowing that wattage also, I know the voltage. Suppose I do not know the wattage. I do not know any component of your resistance. Simply I know the voltage that is going to appear across this resistance. It is connected between 3 and 2, so 5 volts will be appearing. So I know my voltage, that is 5. I know the current that is passing through it, that is 500 milliamperes. Now by Ohm's law, I can find out here resistance value. So V by I will give you the resistance that happens to be 10 ohms. So 10 ohms will be appearing, or 10 ohms should be used over here to have a current of 500 milliamperes. So by this, what you can understand here is whatever current is required by the load, that could be delivered or that could be determined, and with the help of that you can determine the resistance that to be put in the circuit, so that constant current is delivered to the load. Yes. So let me solve a simple problem related to this. You can see here it is a problem which uses 7805 IC, and they've asked you to determine the resistance to be connected in the circuit to deliver a current of 250 milliamperes to a 10 ohm resistor, and the wattage is 3 watts. The load wattage is 3 watts. Now they've given the load current is 250 milliamperes. Let me go to the previous circuit. Your load current is known, it is 250 milliamperes. The same current will flow here. IR will also be equal to 250. Your voltage is 5. 5 by 250, if you divide it, you will get your resistance value. So 5 by 250 milliamperes, you get it to be 20 ohms. The resistance to be connected in the circuit is 20 ohms. Okay. So now you are asked to determine your output voltage across. So you are asked to determine your input voltage. So your input voltage is your output voltage plus the drop that is happening in your IC. So here you will have a drop due to the transistors in the IC that will be approximately equal to 2 volts. To get your input voltage, your output voltage plus this drop will give you your input voltage. So what will happen here? Your output voltage is equal to VR plus VL. So I have to determine my output voltage VR plus VL. VR is the voltage across this resistance, VL is the voltage across the load resistance. Both the voltages I have to determine. Your VR will be always constant, that is equal to 5 volts. Your VL is equal to voltage into your current into resistance. So current is 250 milliamperes, resistance is 10 ohms. You multiply, you'll get your voltage. When you sum up these two, you get your output voltage to be 7.5. So your output voltage is determined. You know the drop across your IC, that is equal to 2 volts. So 7.5 plus 2 will give you 9.5 volts. That is the input voltage that to be fed to the circuit to have an output voltage of 7.5 volts. Yes. So this is a very simple problem. Just very simple calculations are used to determine your resistance when your 7805 IC is used as a current source. The next circuit is how voltage boosting is achieved with the help of this 7805 IC. So here it is possible to boost the output current of, I am going to boost the current, not the voltage. So it is possible to boost the output current of your 3-terminal regulator by simply connecting an external pass transistor. I am going to connect an external pass transistor in parallel with that of the regulator. Okay, so that's, you can see through the diagram, a transistor is connected between your input and output. Between your input and output, I am going to connect a transistor, and the input voltage is going to feed both your transistor and the input pin of your 7805 IC. Now let me see how the circuit is going to work. When the current is to be very low, I am going to boost the current. Again I repeat, I am going to boost the current that is flowing through the load. If the load requires a higher current, this IL will be increased with the help of the transistor. Okay. So when the current is very low, when the current that is required by the load is very low, this drop, the current, the same current, and try to understand the equations. Your output current is here. The output current of your 7805 is I0. Now this IQ is your quiescent current. This is negligible. So now your input current will be equal to output. So whatever current is entering, your negligible amount of current flows through the ground. So your input and output more or less will be the same. This input current will be fed by your IR1 and IB. So both the currents will sum up together and happens to be your I1. Okay. So now when the input current is very low, when the load requires a very small current, this IR1 will be very small. When this IR1 is very small, the drop that is happening across this resistance will also be very small. When it is small, it cannot turn on this transistor because that voltage is directly appearing over here. So that voltage, if it is less than 0.7 volts, so this transistor consists of a PN diode. It is like a PN diode. Where it is less than 0.7 volts, this transistor cannot be turned on. So the current will be delivered directly by your 7805 IC. When the condition changes, suppose there is an increase in the current. When there is an increase in the current, what actually happens here is this current will be increasing. IR1 will be increasing. When IR1 increases, this VEB will be increasing. This drop across this resistance will be increasing. When the drop across this resistance increases, this VEB, that drop which is equal to VEB will be turning on this transistor. So transistor will be turned on. When it is turned on, the extra current that is flowing will be flowing through your Q1, not through your 7805 IC, because your transistor is turned on by this voltage drop across this resistance. So what will happen here? Yeah, the current, that is extra current that is required over here, will be flowing through the transistor Q1, and what happens? That will be delivered to the load. Okay, so now the equation happens to be like this. So IL is equal to everything, these equations, it is directly understood. Your IL is equal to IC plus I0. You can see here by KCL, your IL is the output current at this node, which is equal to IC plus I0. Your IC is the collector current of your transistor, which is equal to beta into IB. It is common base connection. It is beta into IB. Now your IL, instead of this IC, you can put this beta into IB over the equation. So IL equal to beta IB plus I0. Okay. So now what I do here is I combine this two equations. The current of your regulator and the current of your load, both are combined together. On simplification, I have my IL to be equal to I0 beta plus 1 minus of beta into VEB on divided by R1. So this becomes my current, load current, and depending upon the beta value, my load current will be changing. And also try to understand that in case of a 7805 IC, the maximum current that could be delivered by a 7805 IC according to the data sheet is about only 1 milliamperes. Okay, so above 1 milliamperes, if I need a higher current, I have to go for this output current boosting circuit. So then I can deliver a higher current to the load. For example, let me assume that your VEB is 0.7 volts and your beta is 12. In that case, substituting over your IL equation, you can get about 11.8 amperes to the load, and you can also see that your 7805 IC is going to deliver only 1 amperes. Is that clear? So this circuit helps you to boost the output current that is delivered to the load with the help of a 7805 regulator IC. Yes.